Welcome to Response to Literature 6. You should have the following things before you start. You should have today's lesson with a step symbol at the top, a pen or pencil, and your Lupita Manana book ready to go. Let's start by putting our name on our paper, today's date. Today is March 20th, 2014. And then put your English period. Also, before starting, please remember the classroom expectations for working on a computer video lesson. Your conversation level should be a volume level 0. If you need help, please raise your hand. Your activity is completing the lesson and following along in your book. When we read, your movement is raising your hand before getting out of your seat for any reason. And I'll know you're participating if I can see you writing, if your headphones are on, and if you're tracking in your book today. Great, we are ready to start. Let's start by looking at today's objective. Today I'm identifying and answering 6 levels of questioning on Chapter 6 of Lupita Manana so I can increase my depth of understanding when reading. I will know I have met the objective when I can match question stems with the level of question with 80% accuracy or higher. Okay, so today I can see that the action I'm doing is identifying, and the things that I'm identifying are, and I'm answering. So we have 2 action verbs today. Identifying and answering 6 levels of questioning on Chapter 6. That's what we'll be doing in today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, you can show me that you have mastered today's lesson by matching question stems with their level of question. Because we've done this before, I am confident in my abilities to complete today's lesson. However, I haven't read Chapter 6 yet, so I know that I need to complete it after the lesson. That means I'm at a level 2. So I'm going to go ahead and bubble in level 2. Bubble in what level you're at this time. Number 2, use editing marks to revise the following sentence. Then write the corrected sentence on the line below. Please push pause and make the corrections on your own. When you're ready to check your answers, you can hit play. Great, let's go ahead and review the sentence corrections together. Okay, the sentence is, "Why does birds suddenly appear?" is a line from my favorite song. Already that sounds awkward right there, so I know there's going to be a change there. So I'm just going to go ahead and cross that out and insert from my favorite song. That would be the correct pronoun. I see that we're missing a period at the end of the sentence, so I'm going to go ahead and insert that. We do need to capitalize the beginning of the sentence, always. And then I have a question, because I see, why does birds suddenly appear? Well, does is incorrect. Oops, not birds, does. So I'm going to change that to do. Why do birds suddenly appear? That would be correct, the correct subject-verb agreement. Why do birds suddenly appear is a line, so I know there's a comma there, so I'm going to insert a comma because we pause, and it's a line from my favorite song. So a song, but it's not the title of the song, so I'm not going to capitalize everything, but it is a line from a song. So whenever we quote something, take a line from a book or a text, or in this case a song, we need to quote it by placing quotation marks around it. Okay, so make sure you have these corrections and write your sentence on the line if you haven't done so already before moving on to number 3. Okay, let's look at number 3. Number 3, identify the meaning of the following words using context clues. Okay, I remember we learned context clues. Here's my chance to use them again. Speaking rudely to the judges was rash behavior. You really hurt your chances of winning. In the above context, what does rash mean? Okay, so the word I'm looking for is rash. An itchy skin condition? Well, I know that's what a rash is, but I'm not sure if it fits this context. Let me read it again. Speaking rudely to the judges was rash behavior. I think one of my context clues is behavior and speaking rudely. So I know I was speaking rudely, and this is a rash behavior. So rash has something to do with a type of behavior. Funny? Rudely is not funny. Trying to hide or disguise a piece of cheese? Well, that has nothing to do with anything. So I know it's not that. With little thought or consideration. Well, when you're rude to someone, you're not really being very considerate. So I'm going to say the answer is D. That makes sense in the context. Next, some people are always bashing the president just like others bash the one before him. Wouldn't you think that everyone could find something to praise him for, at least once in a while? What does bashing mean in the above selection? Well, my biggest clue right here is, wouldn't you think everyone could find something to praise him for? So I can see that praise would be the opposite because it says, wouldn't you think, right? And then I also know that people have bashed the other president. So this is something that's happened before. That's the opposite of praise. Is it A, hitting hard with a heavy tool? I don't remember any presidents getting that done to them. Going to too many expensive parties? No. Speaking or writing harshly about? Maybe. Let's look at the last choice. Voting for a different candidate. Well, he's already the president, so I'm thinking right now it's C. Let me check again. Speaking or writing harshly about. So speaking harshly about is definitely the opposite of praise. So because this is an antonym context clue, I know the answer is definitely C. You have now completed your do now for today's lesson. The next thing you're going to do is read chapter 6. Remember to track as you read and show you are following along. Go ahead and push stop and go to chapter 6, part 1 of Lupita Manana.